Hi everyone, Ron Crider reporting for duty again today. Today is the 7th of September 2024. I'm going to show you a little bit about a radio station that I've been working on in Payson, Arizona, KPIH. For a little radio station, this is a very, very busy station. You can see here that we have the Saturday log up here, but we have lots of other things going on. For example, this station is also using natural log, and this is known as natural log Lite. And when you bring natural log up, the first thing it usually asks you to do is to save it. So that's what we're going to do, and there it is. And it's being saved as we speak. You can see the little blue line going around there, the little blue circle. Normally when we go to the logs, we go to other logs because for each hour, this is a radio station that does a lot of relevant radio, and now they're doing some EWTN. The issue with EWTN and relevant radio is, well, let me just give you an idea. Here's a log for relevant radio. This is a log for daybreak. And actually, the interesting thing about this is that this station doesn't actually start broadcasting the program until close to 30 seconds, 20 seconds past the top of the hour. In other words, the old program runs, the previous hour's program on relevant radio runs until about 20 after the hour, 20 seconds past the hour. Means it runs across the top of the hour. Well, that makes it a really kind of difficult when you consider that you want to join something, an EWTN program. Now, let's take a look at Catholic Answers Live. Well, Catholic Answers Live, fortunately, we came up with a way to do it because they had a commercial at the top of the hour, or what they call underwriting. So we covered the underwriting and started the program. And as you can see here, we started the program. We started the program at 20 seconds past the hour, but we put an ID in there, as you can see, and then we also put a 30-second spot in there, and then at 5 seconds past, like 01:05, we actually joined EWTN Live. Sounds good. It really works fine because they have a little music at the beginning of it. It's actually like 1 minute past the hour when it starts. So it's a little bit of a challenge to blend EWTN with relevant. And the interesting part about it is both networks have a lot to be said about. For example, Patrick Madrid runs a terrific show in the morning, and Drew Mariani runs a terrific show in the afternoon, and Timmery runs a great show. All these shows that they run are really, really good shows. However, one of the drawbacks to relevant radio is that they play back all of these shows overnight, and that's a good idea if you didn't get to hear them early in the daytime, but bad news is over the weekend you still hear the same shows over and over and over again, and unfortunately over the Labor Day week, Labor Day was on Monday, and for the entire week they played old shows back. So you're hearing shows from a long time ago, like from July and August. Not a good thing. That's probably the biggest drawback. One of the good things about EWTN is EWTN did create special programs for Labor Day, and they didn't take the rest of the week off. Anyway, that kind of gives you an idea what's going on here. So we in this system, this is the air system. This is the air computer for KPIH. They have this program running called Natural Log Lite, so that's in there running. Then in addition to that, we bring up another instance of Simian, and in this instance of Simian, here's a Sunday log, so we can bring up the Sunday log and work on that anytime we want to. Now, the purpose of this is I want to show you one thing. This is really important. So on the recorder, we're going to bring up the recorder, and we're going to just make the recorder go here for just a moment. And as you can see, it's recording. Now, so if you're in here working on, if you have a radio station and it's recording, such as it is now, and you're actually working on the air computer, like putting your programs together and building logs and all that sort of stuff, the most important thing I can stress when it's recording is be very, very careful that you don't accidentally cause this recording to stop. Because if you cause the recording to stop, and this is a program that's going to play later in the day or some other day, there's going to be dead air. So Doesn't mean you can't work on this, and you can do anything you want to. We'll go back here to here we're going to go back to natural log. Here we are back at natural log. We're going to take a look at the customer browsing department. Liz, these are, in this particular case, this is kind of interesting. Rather than for customers, we scheduled all the carts with the scheduling software instead of customers, because they weren't concerned about their customers being scheduled. They were more concerned about their carts being scheduled. So that's really a good thing. Anyway, you can get in there and we can do all this stuff. We can work on that. You can bring up, we're going to stop this recording now, but you want to be very, very careful when you're doing all of this stuff, even though we're on the test log, that you don't inadvertently stop it. When it's like this, it's stopped, it's done, it's finished. Now, fortunately, the way we have it set up is you can go over here and bring it up and look at it. You also get the opportunity to listen to it. This is the program that was just what I just recorded, and there you can take a look at it and look at the audio levels. The audio levels are good. You'll also hear them playing back here in just a moment.
Well, look at the crucifix.
Anyway,
look at Jesus,
there it is. So that is
the
program that was just recorded. The most important thing that I want to remind you is please, please, please remember, whenever the recorder is recording, this recorder right now is just recording a untitled program. Whenever this is happening, be most careful when you do other things here and you're moving around at the bottom of the log and bringing up things and taking a look at things, that you don't inadvertently push that button, because sometimes we're working with the hotkeys. Now here are the hotkeys. We have a lot of hotkeys in here. And sometimes we're working with the hotkeys, and right behind the hotkeys is that recorder. So you want to be extra careful whenever you're doing that. So we're going to put the record deck back in place. We're going to turn off the record deck, and there you go. Anyway, I just wanted you to take a look at that and see how this station is operating. Now, I'll tell you something very good about this station. 64 gigabits of RAM. 64 gigabits of RAM. So there's plenty of room here to run Simian 1, Simian 2, we got Simian, the Simian Air program will be up here. We can get rid of this now. This is the production version, and we can bring up this version. This is the one this is the log that's actually running on the air right now. Another thing that I do on all the relevant radio logs is that I put a time sync on the log at 18, because they say they generally don't ever run their first break before 20 after the hour. So I have a time sync at 18, so the log jumps to 18. And I also put another time sync in over here. You'll notice there's a time sync at back up here at 18, and there's one at 38. Now, they say they don't ever run the program before 41, but I time sync at 38. Now, why do I do that? That's so the log by itself can advance. So if you happen to crank up the log, you don't necessarily have to put it back where it actually needs to be. It'll find its way when it has to, because there is a time sync set in there. So just thought I'd let you know that. Quick video. If got any questions, give me a call. Ron Crider, 772-913-2209. Please leave me a text message. I get a gazillion phone calls from all over the world. Also, you can send me an email. It's my name, Ron, RONCRIDER, at gmail.com. Have a really great day.